Rulership, pull the trigger, how to turn projections into power and activate new ways and levels of leadership. Welcome to this Instagram Live where I want to inform and activate exactly around this topic. Please let me know how my connection is and if you can hear me well with the river sounds in the background. That would be splendid, so I know I can actually serve you. Can you see me well with my internet connection? Is it well? Can you give me a thumbs up for the internet and two thumbs up for the sound if you can hear me well enough with the beautiful and strong mama river in the background? Please let me know so I can start this activation right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The ground is shaking when I'm shaking. Love it. Okay, cool. That's the most important. All right, here we go. So again, just so you have clarity, this is an Instagram Live around rulership. Pull the freaking trigger. Why am I doing this when this masterclass is coming up Friday? Because my strategy as a manifestor is to inform you and to really let you know about my world, what you can expect, what it's all about, what, I'm here to serve in. And so with this live, I want to inform and activate around this topic. I already want to make you think and question, and I already want you to feel your power more than you did before. And of course, I also want you to feel into if you want to deepen and embody what we start with this Instagram Live with and through the masterclass that will be held in English on Friday. And of course, you'll get the recording. I activated a little bit of glitter. I think that's very appropriate for the topic. So here we go. First, gonna check the comments. You can hear me well, but okay. But the connection isn't quite amazing. Is it getting better? Like the video? Can you give me... It's alright but not perfect. Oh no. Into my computer I can plug in the cable, but in my phone not. So what are you saying? Can we continue well? Is this good? Or are you saying, no, Julia, that's just not the best? We want the best, of course. Yeah? It's getting better. Sometimes it needs a bit time to settle in, right? So how are we doing now? Give me one more feedback, please. If the video quality is well enough. I can also see if I can take off the glitter thing. Maybe that helps us too. So just let me know. Let me see if I can take it off. Yes, I can. Hello. This is without the filter. Okay, maybe it helps because then we don't have the filter on top. All right, I'm gonna go with it. If the connection is too bad, please let me know. Then I will just postpone this Instagram Live because I want it to serve you. Okay, here we go. So this masterclass means so much to me, and this topic means so much to me because it's actually what I have worked on the freaking most in the past month. And it's actually the topic that I have been really struggling with the most. And because this is even in human design, my incarnation cross. If you don't know about human design that much, we have an incarnation cross in the concept of human design. And what this means, to my understanding, is that you have like a certain purpose, kind of like a soul path that is yours. And there is one of 192 possibilities. There is 64 incarnation crosses, and then there's 3 variations of them, if I'm not mistaken. And so in this way, it's 64 times 3, it's 192 options. And so my cross, right? So that's kind of special, right? It's not one of 12 signs, like astrological signs. It's not just one of 5 human design types, even though, right, there's layers and layers and layers of human design. It's one of 192, or if we would take like the overall thing, 64 incarnation crosses overall. So mine is rulership. In German, if you're German speaking, regieren. Regieren. Rulership. That's what a queen does, right? It's what a queen does. It's exactly what a queen does. She rules. And so I feel in the past month, I got to embody and kind of master, I would really confidently say, ruling out of love, and really looking at the flip side and really being confronted with the flip side of rulership. And then if we take it to the next level for you, right? So transferring this for you, like, how is this good for you, right? If you don't have that incarnation cross, maybe, right? Like, how can this be transferred to you? Because we all need to lead ourselves. And because what I teach is next level, it's for the woman of the new paradigm. This might not be the perfect work for you if all spiritual things are still so new to you, right? If you feel super triggered by me, this might not be the best thing. But if you feel like you've been in a spiritual world, you want to deepen, you want to really activate, you want to really go like deeper and deeper into this work, you want to hear something no one has said and taught before, then what you need to do is learn how to navigate yourself even better through stuff. You need to know how to lead yourself into next levels, right? I'm just gonna continue. You can just close your eyes if I'm not like my video isn't perfect. If you can still hear me amazingly, I will continue and extract the audio and maybe upload it in you, okay? So you can just close your eyes, hear the river, hear the birds, and stick with me. Is it good enough for that? Let me know. Is it nice to listen? Can you hear me really well? Just give me one feedback here. Because of course it doesn't make sense if the audio quality isn't well. Yeah, okay, perfect. If you can hear me well, then maybe then it's about closing your eyes and really taking it in for yourself, you know, so in this way. So let's do it this way then, okay? Let's stay, because we're right in the gist of it, so let's stay. Okay, so it's always gonna be about leadership when it's about next levels of awareness, of consciousness, of pleasure. Because if I do not find ways to lead myself, navigate myself in even better ways for me, for you, right? You for you, me for me, then any kind of self-development will be more like a trauma bond, because it depends on someone else. But if I activate my own leadership, then there's very new levels of magic. Now, what do we need for leadership? Like, really feel into it. Feel into this, and let's really go there together, okay? So I'm going to close my eyes as well, because obviously the video isn't too important today. Obviously, the internet gods are saying, let's close our eyes. Literally, they're inviting us, so let's feel into it, okay? What do you need to lead yourself well? I'll give you a hint on what I want to focus. You're wanting to build your business. You're wanting to scale your business. You're wanting to improve your motherhood. You're wanting to improve your relationship. What first needs to happen so that you can rule, lead in a more feminine, in a more pleasureful way? What do you need to cultivate to to lead, to rule, to navigate, and play in a new way, in a new level, new levels. What do you need for that? So let's take the example of relationship. So we're all relating to one person in particular that's close to us. That may be our partner, that may be our best friend, that may be our mom, that may be a co-worker, right? So all of us have like a close person in some way. If I were to improve that relationship, if I wanted to improve it, what do I need to have to do that? To be the one leading that, to be the one who stands in full ownership and to stands in full responsibility, self-responsibility, right? For co-creating the best relationship I could have with that person. It is, for me, in my opinion, clarity. If I do not know what I want, if I do not know what my needs are, if I do not know what vision I have for that relationship, then I can't really lead the conversation. I can't really bring a solution, like an offer, right? I need to be clear. And here I want to give you a little bit of background too, why this masterclass and even right with this Instagram live, what I'm giving you right now, this topic is so important to me personally, and why I can teach so much from this. I have built this business for the last 5 years, even 6 years. If we're really going with the start of it all, right? Before I sold anything. And I have always just trusted my intuition. There were so many things people said to me. You could do this, you could do this strategy, you could take this name, this offer, this price, you could sell it for 40,000, 60,000, 100,000, this and this and this. And every time I felt in my body, no. And I didn't do it. I always went with my intuition, always. But then, in the last year, in January, I found someone on Instagram who was my, biggest teacher in the business thus far. But still, I would never hire a business coach, like particularly for business coaching, ever again, because I don't need it. Because I'm the ruler, because I'm the queen, because I'm the leader. So I do not need anyone else to tell me. I didn't know then. Because of the way it was all marketed, I really felt she has a piece for me that I don't have. She has knowledge that I don't have, so I invested. And of course, there's no one to blame. There's, it's no one's fault because I'm a self-responsible person. Like, this was supposed to happen. This was the best thing that could happen, obviously, because it happened, right? I do not regret a thing because there's nothing I regret ever, right? Because, literally, I'm a 3-line. It's my first number in human design. I'm here for trial and error. I'm here for trying everything out. I'm here for the adventures. I'm here for rising like a phoenix, right? So I'm happy about all of what I learned and what I went through last year, but it was a lot. Because with that, I invested a 6-figure amount. And the biggest thing that I learned is that this actually brings my sales down. It brings my sales down when I'm trying to let someone else in and thinking they know better than me. It brings my sales down when I don't feel free. And of course it brings my sales down when I buy because I think someone else has something I don't have, right? And so this actually brought me in the biggest revelation and shedding of illusions last year, because I realized how much I was still trauma bonding. How much I still believed that a relationship either meant I'm more powerful or the other person is more powerful. And that was huge. That was so important for me, because then in July, when this business partnership was done, I went into the biggest wake-up call of that, So what I mean with that is the trauma bonding, the everything around leadership, rulership, self-responsibility, right? And I realized how much I was still entangled, how much I still felt like any relationship needs to be either I am more powerful than you or you are more powerful than me, because I didn't learn it any other way. So there's no one to blame if we don't know it differently, if no one else taught us. There's no one to blame. And to me, the blaming, the guilt paradigm is over. Like, that's not a paradigm we operate on. That's not a paradigm that's even true. It's not even real, right? It's an illusion. So I really woke up from that illusion, and I realized in July until October how entangled I still was with part of my clients, with some of my team, with my own partner, with that coach as obviously, right? Like a gift, really. A gift for me to realize, because obviously in the end I don't regret anything, right? And it was all worth it. Everything is all worth it. And where money comes in here, and I'm gonna talk about that in another Instagram live, and also in the masterclass, it's all about the money. Money to me, and I want to give this to you right now, this piece. I really want you to listen right now. Okay, so listen up. And if the video quality is still bad, close your eyes, because then that's the invitation, because I really want us to be here right now. If you can hear me well all this time, give me thumbs up so I know, and then let's stay. Okay, so listen, close your eyes. Money is like breathing. When you breathe out very, very deeply, you don't feel scared that there is not going to be enough air to breathe in again. You naturally breathe in as deeply as you want to breathe in. And if you want to breathe out deeply again and focus on your breath out, just go ahead and do that without being fearful that if you do it again, you can't breathe in again. But what happened with how we learned about money and what we, got transferred from our ancestors, from the society, is that money is scarce, that it's hard to have money. And this is transferred to love and to relationship. So in the old paradigm, it's all about, it's hard to get money, it's hard to have relationships. I can't be the leader. I need someone to tell me how this goes. I can't just be a millionaire. Someone needs to teach me. I can't just have a lot of money, let alone spend it all, because I just made it all. So I gotta hold on tight, because if it's gone, it's gone. But if you take that metaphor of breathing, you remember, yeah, right. It's true. Money's energy, or a currency, whatever one you prefer to take it in. But really, it's all about energetics. It is. However you see money, it is all about energetics. If we really understand that, we can understand that money can be in relationship with us if we make it easy for money. We can have a relationship in ease if we are the ones rising in leadership, eye to eye. And if we want to raise levels of leadership, rulership, navigating ourselves, our businesses, our motherhood, whatever your roles are in your life and that you chose until this point, we got to step up the game in our energetics and in our ways of shifting from the old to the new paradigm, or even just, realizing and de-illusioning, deconditioning, and understanding it can be easy. It is easy, just like breathing. I'm coming back to my story of last year, very vulnerably and openly sharing with you how this was for me last year. So we made 2 million euros which transfers almost to $2 million. It's a little more, but not so much more anymore than $2 million last year. And we made most of that money in the first half of the year. And then I woke up to my illusions, and I didn't master the game while letting in the money. I really went down into the underworld of my stuff in my like trauma backpack, old paradigm backpack, and I really had to really, sorry, I'm just really realizing that someone's on our roof right now to fix something. Oh, I just needed a moment to realize. Okay, we're good. There's just someone on our roof, you know? It's all cool. We're getting help. Okay, we're back. So, I realized all of this last year, and it really came crashing down on me, honestly. Because one thing happened, and that was, it threw me out of the lane. A former friend of mine, and she was a good friend to me, I thought, was starting to do satire on her Instagram about coaches, and I was one of them. And not only did she do that about me as a friend, but also did I not find out because she told me, or like she informed me or whatever, but because I casually went onto her Instagram to check out, hey, what's my friend doing, right? Like, what's she doing? Let me check it out. Like, really, like, innocently. I went into her page and I saw that she was making fun of the way I was selling and the way what I was offering. My heart completely sank. I froze. Immediate trauma response. I was shivering. And of course, I looked at this at night. My husband and my son were already sleeping. We were in a hotel room. I went into the bathroom so that I wouldn't wake them up, but I could also have my process. And I really had a hard time remembering, okay, let's breathe, Julia, we're here. It's okay. And it's not okay, but you'll be fine. And I really couldn't believe it, because actually something like that never has happened before. And I see what's going on in the, at least German market of the coaching scene. I see that there's really a lot of rivalry and like hate. And I could honestly and confidently say up until this point, nothing of that matter ever happened to me. And it doesn't happen anymore right now, because this is not what I attract. It's not who I am. I love humans. I'm a sister. You're my sister. Like, to me, there's no rivalry. There cannot be, because we're all originals. And it really matters what we all do. So we're really all needed. Like, I truly feel this. So to me, this was new. There was never any hate. I mean, of course there were trolls on the internet, right? Like, let me make that clear. Like, if you have the YouTube channel, or I don't know, like stuff like that, like a YouTube channel, there's a lot of trolls on YouTube, for example. Like, just people where you think like, what? Why? But I cannot take that seriously, to be very honest, right? So, of course, I knew these kind of things. And I also already got stuff like, it's your fault that, I don't know, this world is going down, right? So, yeah, I got hate. But never from people that mattered to me. Never from people that I took seriously in their power, because, right, like trolls on the internet, they're obviously not in their power. So it doesn't even reach my heart. It doesn't even reach my heart when people give me feedback that don't have a profile pic, and they're called Lucky Cat 1234. Like, it can't reach my heart, because it's not based on a relationship, you know? So I want to make that clear. Of course, I got to learn how to work with criticism and stuff, right? But up until this point last year, I never really felt the flip side of my work as intensely as I did from that time on. I spoke openly about my business coach experience, and I always said, like, I'm so grateful, and I will never hire a business coach again because I realized I don't need a business coach. Like, how great is that, right? And I realized how I was still trauma bonding with her, and she did not take that well. She did not like that at all. And the way it was handled for me, very, very personally, felt not safe in my body. Just speaking from my experiences, not blaming anyone, I am so freaking grateful, and I understand, because the way I see everything spiritually is that with her and then with my former friend, for example, like, we really decided on a soul level that we were going to meet this way. Like, on a soul level, we obviously are very connected, and there's a lot of love on a soul level for each other, else we wouldn't have met in this way here on earth. So to me, really, truly, I have such love for these souls and these humans, right? And I am so, so grateful. Like, I would not have it any other way, especially now, a year later, I can confidently say I am so grateful how everything went in my life and my business up until this point. However, last year, realizing, whoa, I was still trauma bonding, I'm still trauma bonding. One of my best friends is making fun of me publicly, and it's obviously about me, and she didn't tell me. And then another thing happened. It's the last story I'm going to tell, but I just really want to open up to you and share why this really matters, why I can really teach big time in this, because I didn't just close my heart. I don't have stronger boundaries so you can reach me. Like, we're not doing this here. We're not playing the ice queen, how I see most people do it in their businesses when stuff happens. We don't do that. We're not the ice queen archetype. We're rising into the queen, and she opens her heart even more, and she has such strong boundaries out of love for herself. But in these boundaries, there's no hard feelings ever. There is only love. If someone now comments, Julia, like, you're talking privileged and this is not okay, I block them, and I feel like, you obviously didn't get how this works on my Instagram. That's no problem, but I'm just gonna redirect you to not me, not my profile, and then, do your thing on your profile, like, talk about privilege, like, do that, go ahead, like, change the world, but not on my profile, because I didn't invite you, I didn't ask for feedback. And in those moments, I do not feel hard, I do not feel more powerful, I do not feel like, I showed it to the person. Like, I don't feel bad, I don't feel hard, I don't feel tightened up, I don't feel masculine, I feel so feminine, I feel like a queen. Okay, so let's wrap the story up and then we go into this. So what happened then last year is actually a third thing happened for me, which, again, it's all new for me, right? I never had a business coach. I never had to realize that that's not good for me. I never realized I was still so much and so deep into trauma bonding with, like, any kind of person that would represent my childhood patterns of trauma bonding to me, right? I never had a friend turn her back on me like that. And of course, that's my part of the story. That's my perception, right? But I'm sharing my perception. And then I had a former client going live on her Instagram and talking and judging me in, like, the strongest ways. And I never had that before, right? Again, to me, I never feel like you could attack me. I never felt like you could attack me because that's not in my realm of existence. Like, I don't attack you. I don't feel like you can attack me. I feel like we're all on this road to change this world into something great. You're a sister to me, like, truly. And even if you give me feedback when I don't invite you, I might block you, but you're still a sister. Like, again, it happens open-heartedly. So I saw that live and I was like, what's happening? What's happening? How can this be? Like, what's happening? And I realized, especially in hindsight, how my trauma bonding and relationships are hard, and I have to work for leadership. And even though my leadership, like my business and like making a lot of money wasn't hard up until this point, I still had to believe I need to save people. I still had in the drama triangle very intact my savior role. And last year when I made the 2 million in total, I gave so much away of this. And that's great, of course, that's great. But what isn't great about it is the part that I gave away where I thought I have to, I should, I must, to be a good person. I still felt like I had to show people I'm a good person. Because I was still not liking any brands, and I felt like, okay, let me go to Louis Vuitton to really like heal that thing, to feel comfortable anywhere in the world. Went into Louis Vuitton to actually just heal it, to not judge it anymore. Went into that store, loved it. I was like, oh my gosh, that wasn't the plan. I just wanted to go in there to not feel like I judge it anymore, to not feel like I exclude myself from any part of this world, knowing that it's a part of my own self that I would feel excluded by or with, right? But then I liked this stuff in Louis Vuitton. I was like, oh, can I just buy it, knowing it will trigger people? Or should I not do it? And of course I lean into growth, and so I buy the things because I really just wanted to. And why would I not do it if I want to, if it feels right? Because I want us to rise into rulership and leadership that has no external rules. I do not want you to lead yourself thinking first about what society says, what the privileged person says, what the gender person says, what, I don't know, cultural person says, what the Instagram police is gonna say. I want you to do the things because you feel they're right, because it feels right in your body, because you are your only and highest authority. We will not truly rise in our leadership, and we will not truly be able to really build a new paradigm in the world if we are still going to decide and operate in the old paradigm, thinking about what would someone say about in this old paradigm. We have to maybe move it, maybe feel the fear, but we have to gain, and that's the first part that I spoke about. We have to gain clarity on how we want to do this, on how you want to do this, what feels right in your body, even though it won't make sense to anybody else but you. Because I am speaking to the woman of the new paradigm. I'm speaking to you if you want to build the new paradigm with me. I am not available for your judgments. I'm not. I'm simply going to block you. And I don't mean you probably, but the ones who are trolls in this internet. I am not even open for feedback out of the old paradigm anymore, because that's not where I play. And I have to rise, and you have to rise, and we have to rise into only listening to ourselves and our inner authorities to build this world anew. If we want to truly own our roles here as the woman of the new paradigm. Because the woman of the new paradigm, she is soft and so clear. She is so vulnerable and has strong boundaries. She is a queen who truly wants to serve. And truly serving means that you love what you will offer. You will love how you have this relationship. It's not like, oh, I'm scared I'm going to have too much time spent with this person. I'm scared I'm going to give too much. If that is there, then take more time to gain clarity how you want to relate, so you are looking forward to relating. It is your responsibility as a leader, as the woman of the new paradigm, to gain the clarity how you want to lead, how you want to rule. So to wrap the story up of last year, all that happened, I was truly deeply hurt, and it truly deeply, like, I don't know how you say in English, but like pushed me, like kicked me out of my lane. It really made me wobble. And I don't know how it is in the English market. You can let me know if you're English speaking only. But in the German speaking market, we had a wave last year of like trauma sensitivity and trauma responsibility, but in a way where it really went on like the flip side of it. So judging anyone who felt confident, judging anyone who taught around money and manifesting, making it or labeling it as untrue or manipulative. And to me, what happened is that those people became the ones gaslighting, because it felt like they were the self-anointed and self-proclaimed gurus of what is right and what is wrong, which can never be right. I can't be right. I will never, ever be able to say what's best for you. I will never be able to say if your offers are right or correct or clean energy-wise. I can say how I feel, how it feels in my body, but only you know if this is the highest, if you're in highest service. Only you know if this is really truthfully your edge. Only you know if it feels expansive in your body. If ever I judge you for what you bring forth to this world, how you co-create your relationship with your partner, with your best friend, with your mom, if ever I make a judgment around that, saying I know better, I'm trauma bonding. I'm trying to be more powerful than you. I'm thinking I'm enlightened. Well, if I truly was enlightened, I would not say that I know it better than you, because I cannot know it better than you. So really what I want to bring forth and what I want to invite you in is understanding that you can serve best and truly only serve when it feels right in your body, when there's a little edge for you, like a little oof, I haven't gone there yet. Probably no one has ever done it before, not like this. This is innovation. This feels right. I want to bring forth this topic, this course, this way of relating. And we really have to look at what we really truly want, how we really truly want to do this. How do you want to be in business? How do you want to relate? If right now in this moment you get a second chance, a new chance, a third chance, it doesn't matter. And you get to dream how you want to lead your business. You get to dream how you want to have a relationship with a partner. And only this way. Then do it. Gain the clarity so that you can actually attract that in. Okay, so wrapping up the story of last year. You're really getting to know me in the best way today, because this is how I am. That's how I teach, that's how I speak. We're making some circles, but it's always full circle in the whole big picture. So, what else happened last year is that I launched Goddess Boss, my business program in German. So it's a feminine leadership, feminine business program. It's on point. It's so good. And there wasn't so many people that signed up. And I began to wobble in my business because I was like, this is it. We're doing this. It feels good. Let's do it. And there weren't many people signing up. And I already felt like, do people not want to learn business with me? Like, what is it, right? Energetically, what is it? And then we made less and less and less money. Like, still a lot, but, you know, if you make millions, then less and less. to a point where I woke up one day and I felt all the rage in my body and it did not go away. And for days and days and days on, I woke up with all the rage. And if you know human design, I'm a manifestor. The not self is anger. I knew something was quite messy there, right? I was like, okay, something's really going on here and I don't see it. And I realized that I was still entangled with part of my team. I was still micromanaging so much. I was trauma bonding with a few of my team members. And then I realized and asked myself, am I still trauma bonding with my partner? And then he went away for 4 weeks. You know, obviously this was all like organized and I had my time and he had his time, so all good. When he was gone, I realized how free I felt. And I was like, well, if I feel this free when he's gone and I don't when he's there, my definition around relationship and my co-creation must be off. And as always, it's all entangled. Like if we were to have a one-on-one right now, like 1 hour together, and you would say to me, you know, Julia, I have 3 things right now, like 3 like triggers, and like, can we look at all of them? And I will tell you, I can always find the source that is the one source of all the things. Because what I found out for me, what the universe, God, whatever you believe in does, is it opens up a new door for your next era, your next evolution. And you could see it in the first situation, in the second or the third. If you don't look at it, it's going to give you more situations and more areas of your life. And you think you have like 3 problems, and you would maybe say, oh, I have a problem in my relationship, in my business, this and that, and this and that. But really, there's one thing where you're wanting to evolve in, where it's time for you to rise. And so that's what happened for me. And I really cleaned it all up since then. The whole team, quite a few people left. I fired quite a few people. One of my team members said, I can't have this narcissistic way of you. I gotta leave right now. We had one more thing, actually. That's really the full story. That's the last thing. We had an email, and that email was sent to the members of the team that left the team. And this email was like from an investigative journalist asking about screenshots of clients that were like maybe bad feedback, and asking around like how bad I was as a boss and if there was more juice on that. And I couldn't believe it. I never experienced anything like that. And again, that's not my realm of operating. Like, to me, really, there's no drama. Like, I love you. Like, we're sisters. Like, we don't do this. We just don't. But I could really see how last year I opened up this realm to have all this dirt, all this shit come up, to be able to clean it all up. And so I did. And since October until April, May, even until the beginning of August now, but really until April, May, I cleaned it all up. Everything. The team. We look clearly at what is the relationship, what is happening, clients next level. And my clients, honestly, were already next level last year. I gotta say, like, I love my clients already from last year. Everyone loved these relationships. I really gotta say that. Like, there was not much drama last year at all, I think, with the clients, right? Just like the old clients that, like, for example, did this Instagram live thing. I got a CEO where now I don't have to do anything. If I don't want to do it, I don't do it. She does it all. Runs the show. Co-manifester. The perfect manifester for that position. Went deep into this, finding us a new thing with my husband of 14 years. I mean, not my husband of 14 years, but my partner of 14 years. And I can honestly say that right now I feel happier than ever before. This relationship, if you could watch me 24/7, like a show called Big Sister, you know, get it, Big Brother? Like you'd be very proud of me. You would say, wow, she really embodies that, what she teaches. Like, it's really true. I can honestly say that now. The way I mother, the way I relate, the way I speak about you in the team meetings, it's about how can we serve these amazing people. And I can honestly say I've never cleaned up that much in my life. And I purposely don't say healing because I really cleaned it up. I stood up for myself. I really was allowing myself to lose it all, to find it all anew. And I even went into deeper levels in June, July, asking myself, how can I even turn these projections into power? How can I maybe even direct them? And I learned a lot from Amy Elizabeth, who is like an amazing human design coach and mentor, and even beyond. She truly gets me, and she really elevated me in this. Like, I really love this human very, very much. And this is where I was able to even wanting to trigger, wanting to provoke, like wanting to rule, wanting to own that, like realizing, yes, every time I enter a room, it does something to a room. And turning, I don't like that. It sucks sometimes. Turning that into, well, that's who I am. Of course, when a queen enters the room, it does something to the room, like duh, obviously, right? I mean, if you are the new the woman of the new paradigm, then of course the room reacts to your energy. Of course. I mean, there's no other way. So what I want to invite you in is really feeling into this. First of all, is this your space? Right? If you're still new to me, you're feeling like, coming home here, like this is my woman. Finally, I found her. Am I feeling like, maybe I want to leave? And all is great. Like, I honor your sacred yes and your sacred no. Until January last year, I probably would have felt like, say yes. But today, I really, truly honor my sacred no so much that I truly want you to say no when you feel no. And I honestly feel more loved when you go and leave out of love for yourself than staying if you don't feel good, right? And I don't mean being triggered a little bit. I mean, like, it doesn't feel good, so I don't do it. Because I really want this potent temple for us where we truly identify as the woman of the new paradigm. We want to rise into the queen archetype. We really, truly want to rule this world in our ways as the queen that rules, that leads from her heart. Take a deep breath in and out. I feel like that's it. I'm complete. Let me know if there's anything that came up for you, any kind of question that you'd like to ask right now, and I'd be happy to answer. I feel like this is it. This is the activation. I wanted to share my story of last year and how special this offer is and this life is, and me addressing this is because I don't know a lot of people who made millions like me and have done this for 5 years and have never left this space and have stayed in the fire, especially when it really hurt, and learn how to make it very easy and have a relationship of 14 years and make that more beautiful and are a mom and are a friend and have a beautiful team, like I don't know many people, honestly. But I want to see more people. I want to see more women. I want us to do this together. I want to see you rising. I want you to make millions. I want you to be happy doing it. I want you to have the dream relationship. I want you to have all the things. Because I truly can say I have all the freaking things. Like I'm so lucky. But I'm not lucky by accident. You know, I'm not lucky because I'm old or young or I look this way, you know, like I'm lucky because I decided I get to experience this. I'm lucky because I decided I am the one. I am the one. I'm lucky because I decided to be the woman of the new paradigm. Like, there have been so many invitations to stop. Always, right? So many moments, especially in the last year. It was actually the first time in 5 years, in October 2022, I sat there on my luxury retreat in Mallorca, making a 6-figure investment for that retreat to have it take place. And I sat there on my bed with my former team member. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, if it hurts that much and people don't get me anymore, like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, it hurts too bad. But I went through it. You know, and what I've been saying since 2019 is, let's be the woman who stands in the fire, who cannot be burned anymore. When standing in the fire, the contrary is the case. She elevates and turns that fire into an inner fire, into power, and she even rises from the fire. I should really make an animation because that's been like the slogan of the business for years now. You can become so powerful. You don't have to close yourself off. That you don't have to I have strong boundaries to protect myself and become that masculine woman. You don't have to at all. You can become more heartfelt, more vulnerable, more loving in the process, and become so much stronger and have clear boundaries and all the support and delegate all the things. And that's what the queen does, the ruler does, the ruler of the new paradigm, obviously, right? She delegates, she lets the help in, depending on your human design, of course, and how you are, right? It's so important. So I want you to feel hope and activation, and really this is possible for you in your ways. You truly can have it all. And then people say, well, you're emigrated, you did this, you did that, because it's easier for you. No, it's not. 10 years ago I was sitting in my super small flat, becoming a mom, hating it, feeling alone and worthless and all the things. 500 euros in my bank account each month. No. Like, I went here, like step by step, day by day. Like, I made this happen. And actually, what's so beautiful, really, truly, like, honestly, I really want to celebrate Rulership, pull the trigger, because last week I had a thought, like, let me offer Goddess Boss, my German program, for an amount that it's like ridiculously, crazily low, to give it, to serve. And we did. And in the past 48 hours, we made 80K. In one day we made, I think it was yesterday, 53,000 euros. That's my highest sales day yet. I made, in January last year, on the 1st of January, I made 50,000. So I know I'm back. Like, I know I full cycle integrated everything that I cleaned up, everything that I co-created, everything. And I did not need to burn down anything for that. You don't have to hate the old paradigm to build the new. as rulers of the new paradigm, as women of the new paradigm, we do not burn the freaking old paradigm. We don't hate on anything. We don't hate on people, and we don't hate on the old paradigm. I don't have to hate on the politicians. I don't have to hate on anything to build the new paradigm. The contrary is the case. Because I waste freaking energy if I hate on people, if I hate on shit. I waste energy. I don't understand if I do that. People don't understand when they do that they waste their freaking life force. They waste their power. That they waste their so worthy and significant creative power on illusions. So we don't do that in my world. We don't. And that's why I'm so quick on blocking people or erasing stuff, because if people just put their feedback in and I didn't ask for it in a way that's intrusive, in a way that's saying you should do it differently, right? If you say like I see it differently because I see it this way, perfect, right? Love it. Can be 100 degrees, 80 degrees differently, love it. I love you if you're vaccinated or not. I do not freaking care. Like, we have more important things to do, you know? Like, I just don't care. It's an old paradigm thing. Like, oh, you're my friend if you're vaccinated, or you're my friend if you're not. Like, I don't care anymore. I used to. I don't care anymore. I'm not playing in that paradigm where that matters. We're beyond that. We're playing in a new paradigm. So, deepen this question. If anything is possible, then let me dream big on how I would want to have my relationships. If you have a business, my business. How do I want to be woman? Deepen. Take this seriously in the most fun way. And then, of course, invitation to my masterclass. If you have not registered and booked Rulership, Pull the Trigger, my brand new masterclass, first English offer ever, then you can do that for $111. The link is either in the bio or in the story or in the highlight. You'll find it. You can message me also if you don't find it well or easily. Or you can right away get the masterclass bundle of Masterclass August, because there's going to come each week a masterclass now with exactly what my expertise is, with exactly what I embody, with exactly what I've mastered, to bring you the best of the best that I could serve you in. So you can get the bundle for $333 for the value of $444, or just get the Rulership Masterclass. It's going to be live this Friday. You'll get the recording for a year via email. And I'd love to see you there. I'd love to raise the bar. I'd love to deepen this with you. I'd love to give you a session in this, to give you more gist on this, to really help you embody this in a bigger way. So thank you so much. Thank you for trusting you with my vulnerable shares and my story. Jack says, it's crazy because I follow you for many years now. Sometimes I shift away from your content, and every time when I feel drawn to your content, again, it's after you come back even more authentic. How aligned. Like, how amazing. It's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. And you know what's so beautiful about this too is this is the first evolution of me where I know that I'm not going to trauma bond with you anymore. Like, I can confidently say that's not going to happen anymore. Like, I love this for us. I love this for our relationship in business. I can confidently say I can hold if you're still triggered by me. I can hold if you feel a trauma bond still. I can hold it now because I'm not going to go into it anymore. It's like one person offers the drama triangle. One person says like, you're the savior, be the savior. You're the villain, right? Save me. Or you're the whatever. And you'll be like, no, thanks. No, we're not doing that anymore. And I'm not saying you do, right? I'm just saying, like, I'm happy about this evolution. Like, this is the greatest evolution yet. Like, watch me, watch this space, and of course watch you, watch what we can do together now. Like, so thank you. I hope you see you Friday or with a recording, whatever works best for you. Of course, I'd love to see you in all of the masterclass, whatever feels aligned to you, feel into your sacred yes or no, sacral, splenic, in the moment now, or when you sleep on it. It's all perfect. I love you. I thank you. I appreciate you so much. What a privilege, what an honor to do this work and have you receive it. And I see you whenever you choose to. Thank you. Bye.